The day Mumbai froze. It was an ordinary Tuesday, July 11, 2006. Lakhs of Mumbaikars were heading home on the Western Railway line during the evening rush. But within a span of 11 minutes, everything changed forever. Seven powerful bombs were exploded in first-class compartment of Mumbai's train. Bombs were hidden in pressure cooker, planted inside bags. Location of the blast were Matunga Road, Mahim Junction, Bandra, Kurd Road, Jogeshwari, Borivalli and Mira Road. Seven bombs were exploded between 6:24 p.m. to 6:35 p.m. 189 casualties were reported and over 800 people were injured. The whole city was in panic. Train compartments were totally with blood stains and it was total silence in one of the busiest cities in the world. It was one of the deadliest attacks on Indian soil since the 1993 Mumbai blast. To get regular updates about my videos, do like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. The massive investigation begins. The Maharashtra's ATS anti-terrorism squad swung into action, but what they uncovered led to one of India's most complex terror cases. Over 400 people were interrogated. ATS found bomb fragments, timers, and traces of RDX. The attack was allegedly carried out by Lashkar-e-Taiba, Pakistani-based terror group supported by SIMI, Student Islamic Movement of India. Planning meetings were said to be held in Mumbai, Pune, and Nasik. Attackers illegally crossed over Pakistan via Nepal and Bangladesh. 13 men were arrested in total, all from India, many were from Maharashtra. The longest and largest trial, the case went to a special MCOCA court, Maharashtra Control of Organized Criminal Act. What followed was a legal marathon. Charges were filed of murder, criminal conspiracy, terrorism under IPC, UAPA and MCOCA. The trial began in 2007, lasting over 8 years. 192 prosecution witness, 51 defense witness and 5,000 plus documented were presented. And the key accused were Faisal Sheikh, Kamal Ansari, Isyam Siddiq, Asif Khan, Naveen Hussain Khan, Zamir Sheikh, Wahid Sheikh. This case became a representation of how slow India's judicial process is. But finally in 2015, a ruling was made. The Mumbai High Court verdict. On 30th September 2015, the court delivered justice. 12 out of 13 accused were convicted. 5 were sentenced to death. Faisal Sheikh, Kamal Ansari, Isyam Siddiq, Asif Khan and Navid Khan. These 5 were sentenced to death and other 7 were sentenced to life imprisonment. Wajid Sheikh was acquitted after 9 years in jail. The verdict made headlines, but the battle was far from over. What followed was years of silence and legal limbo. Appeals were filed, but justice was delayed. All convicted terrorists appealed in the Mumbai High Court. Government of Maharashtra also filed a petition to confirm the death sentence, but the appeals were not heard for 9 more years. One death row convict, Kamal Ansari, died in jail in 2021 without his appeal ever being heard. Victims' families were devastated. They asked, how long must we wait for the justice? A special bench was formed by High Court in 2024. In July 2024, after years of public outcry, the Bombay High Court finally took action. A special 2-judge bench, Justice Anil Kilor and Sham Chandak, was formed. Day-to-day hearings were started on July 15, 2024. All the levels serving convicts appeared virtually from jails across Maharashtra. The bench reviewed all witness statements, forensic reports and trial transcripts. The final verdict of High Court of July 2025. After a long wait of 19 years, the final verdict looks like this. 12 people who were convicted by the Bombay High Court were asked to release. Setting aside the trial court order, the High Court bench of Justice Anil Kilor and Justice Sham Chandak said the prosecution has utterly failed to prove the case against the accused. It is hard to believe that the accused committed the crime. Hence their conviction is quashed and set aside, the bench said. The court said the accused shall be released from jail if they are not wanted in any other cases. The bench noted that the convicts were given the benefit of doubt. Due to the prosecution's failure to prove the charges, the court questioned witness statements. It is noted that 100 days after the blast, it is not possible for a person to remember a suspect. The court also said that the explosives, arms, and maps recovered during the investigation appeared to be unrelated to the blast. The prosecution, it said, could not even prove what kind of bombs were used in the blast. All the 12 convicts will now walk free after the High Court's ruling. Who has failed here? So, what is the question now? The convicts were really innocent, or the prosecution was not able to prove that they are the real crime makers? Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Until then, bye.